Now let's learn how to open an existing project file and the best practices to keep it versioned and sorted for yourself. Let's get into it. First, I open up Photoshop. Now, if you open Photoshop, now you'd be able to see the recent projects that you have probably worked with on your home screen. Now, I've seen that we used earlier in this course with this name 020301, and I've saved it in a particular location. And that project file is available to me right here from the recents folder. This is one way of opening it. Well, another way to open it is to go directly to File, click on Open Recent, and then you'll be able to see the recent projects, which is going to be quite similar to the files which you see over here. That's number two. The number three way of opening up any project files is to go back to your Finder or your Explorer and double clicking very simply on a PSD file. If it's PSD, that basically means it is a Photoshop document. You'd be able to see something like this. And if I click on it, and if I double click on it, it will open the project file directly in Photoshop. For the sake of this project, let's do this. Let's create another project file in which I will bring in a new image and I'll call it hashtag 020401. I create this and I place one file or an image over here, something like this. Before I close this project, if you see this small star, that's because the latest development in the project has not been yet saved. So before I close this, or when I close this, Photoshop will give me an option to save the project. If I click on yes, it gives me an option to save it in a particular location. Let me go back, save it in project files with the new name, and that. Now with that, I have saved that project file, and like magic, it will be visible in my home screen. And that's how you can open any of the existing project files from here or directly from your browser. The last way to open it is open something directly from here. If it's not available in your recents, you can see it. Click on open and you can select a project file from here, and or you can open directly from the file menu as well. There are a couple of options over here that you can see. Open as smart object. We'll get into this very soon. For now, let's click on open and I can navigate to the location where I'd want the project file to open from and double click, and there you go. And that's how you open an existing project file in Photoshop.